Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Extreme Tarot, and today we're doing a reading to see how your person's feeling about you. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from for 3 cards. This is the first, second, and third. So take a minute, pause the video if you need to, and pick a pile, and I will see you there. Okay guys, so if you chose card pile 1, this is going to be your reading. This was the first card that I had. I also have some pre-shuffled cards here, and then we're going to get some messages at the end. So starting with this card, this is like an interesting card because there's like a big snake on it, like kind of like around them. But also this lady almost looks like she has like a little snake tongue coming out too. Like, so I feel like your person, I don't know, like I'm kind of getting the vibe that they didn't trust you or something for a little bit. I'm not saying, I don't know if that's how they're feeling it right now, but like where they almost like questioned your motives, or like, I don't know, felt like you had some sort of like power or control over them. And I think this is like the power card. I recognize that with the snake, but like, yeah, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. I'm gonna put this over here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's something. Let's see what else we have. But this card, let's see, the artist. And then we have the polarity card. And then number 50, no place like home. And then for your tarot cards, we have the 8 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, and Justice. I feel like this might not, you might not be able to see. Let me just see. Yeah, it's like a little bit too far down. I'll move this up. That's like where it should be. Okay. All right. So how is your person feeling about you? Like I was saying, I feel as though they maybe sort of like didn't trust you or something in the past. I feel like they're seeing things differently now with this Justice card being here like that. And whatchamacallit? Okay, let's just start like I guess at the beginning. So you instinctively know what is right for you. It's interesting that we have instincts coming through here, because on these tarot cards, we don't have the moon card. But like I can see a moon here, here, and here. And a lot of times the moon speaks about instincts too. And I feel like, and even with this polarity card, I'm getting like a dark light, love versus pain, like just like the law of polarity. It says understand the law of polarity. So that's maybe something you could look into. But it's just, it's basically that like there can be no love without pain, there can be no light without dark. That's what it says on the card. There could be no joy without sadness sometimes. Like, you know, it's all about that duality of life, kind of. And now also there's something called like depolarization, because with the polarity too, I'm also hearing like polar opposites. So maybe like you are opposite from this person or something, and they kind of like, I don't know, like didn't really, like if they're like a logical person and you're emotional, like they didn't like the emotion, because the way he's like running from this like the 8 of Cups, it's like, look at the way he looks terrified, and he's like, oh, like he's like yelling, like I don't know if you can see his mouth is like open, like this isn't usually in the Eight of Cups, he's like walking away, like he's running, like he's taking a really big step away, like he's like, get me out of here. So I feel as though that's something like more in the past. Also with this caterpillar here, it's almost like your person has been like resisting change, because you know, like a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, but they're like holding this, like blocking it off. It's like they're like resisting the change, and again facing away from their emotions, aka the water and the moon. Just like in this card, it's like kind of like, I feel like maybe they've been like this for a long period of time towards you. But then also with this justice card, like I was saying, they're kind of like having a new perspective now. They're looking at things from a different angle. And it's interesting because this is obviously reminding me of like the Hanged Man and also the Fool. I feel like they're kind of like, it's like the Fool in the Hanged Man's position, like just hanging upside down. And it's funny because the Hanged Man in this deck is like just an arm coming out holding like a dead lobster, which is like, I don't know, like I would be getting that message from that Hanged Man that I'm getting with this Justice card, but it's almost like Hanged Man vibes where they're just like, and even the way this house, I know I'm like going all over the place, but there's like the light open and there's light, it's like becoming enlightened. It's like some new knowledge coming in. And it says, integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. And I feel like their own emotions, like, yes, this could be representative of them running away from their emotions they felt towards you or whatever, but really, like, that's just them running away from their own emotions, them running away from themselves. And, you know, that's what they have to look at if they want to, like, heal past that, which I almost think they do in a way. Like, they're looking at it differently, at least, at the very least. And integrating your shadow side, it's like that's almost reminding me of like taking a dive, like they're taking a dive down into like the deeper parts of themselves that they maybe like haven't wanted to take a look at. It's very interesting. And what else am I getting? Oh, with this power card, you instinctively know, I feel like, again, with this like snake tongue coming out of her mouth, it's like maybe they felt so strongly for you that they thought you like put a spell on them or something like to that effect. Like they were maybe like almost like the way he's running away scared. And it's reminding me of this movie. It's like one of my favorite movies, Simply Irresistible. It's kind of like a cheesy movie from like the 90s, but with a magical crab. But it's I love that movie so much, and I really feel like the dynamic between like Tom and Amanda is kind of like what happened here, because there's even like this one part where like Tom is talking to his secretary Lois, and it's like his best friend, I feel like, and he's like, he's trying to say that she's a witch and she put a spell on him, and she said these creepy little thing to me as she left, like a man's character is his destiny. um and then his friend Lois is like, she's like, ooh, a clever witch, she casts her spells in Proverbs. Like, okay, like she wasn't casting a spell on you basically. And she's like, he's like telling her all this stuff that's been going on, and she's like, you're in love, like what do you mean? It's kind of like reminding me of that, or maybe like your person kind of just was like, I don't know if they really would think that you would put a spell on them, because like I don't feel like a lot of people like believe in that, but maybe they just, something like that, you know, where they didn't trust the feelings, they like almost like I don't want to say blamed it on you, but maybe like they kind of just like were put off by it and kind of like took it out on you, when probably like what they needed to do is like take a look in the mirror. And I also think that you maybe are, because I had this card, it's all about how are they feeling about you, but I had this to be like, how are they viewing you and how is that like influencing their feelings, kind of. And this is the artist expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So I feel like, I don't know, and even in that movie too, it's like that girl Amanda, she like is a chef, and they're kind of like opposite too, like the two of them in that movie. And she's um when she cooks her food, like she makes people like feel like passion or love or whatever. Like she doesn't even realize she's doing it at first. So I feel like it could be something like that, where it's like something you're doing is just like making this person like feel things. I don't know, like it's just like I'm getting that from like the movie, like kind of. I really feel, but I also feel like I just noticed these leaves. So I feel like they're almost like evolving past this fear, and they're like learning to like trust you and to trust their own feelings, and you instinctively know what is right for you. And they're realizing that like, because maybe like they can't get you out of their head, you know? And they think it's like you doing it or something, but they're like, I could walk away or say no, I just haven't been able to, and that's not their fault. Like it's almost like maybe they're having like some sort of realization. I feel like they're kind of, because this no place like home, I feel like they're almost maybe like isolating and just doing a lot of thinking about this connection. um but I do feel like they're almost like willing to have a new perspective on everything. But I would definitely look into the law of polarity, and just see if it like resonates. And you know, like, well, I mean, I feel like they're really the ones that should look into it, not you. You probably have some sort of understanding about it, because I feel like, um I don't know, like you're coming through as this artist, like expressing a dimension of life. I feel like you're more like and spiritually minded anyway. You already see life symbolically and you share that or something. So, um, I don't know, but maybe just so you could understand what this person was kind of like, the way your energies were interacting or something like that. Because I think when it comes to relationships and the law of polarity, it's more um, like they say like feminine energy and masculine energy. Those are like the two poles, like of, I guess, you know, energy for that. And what was I gonna say? Like the two opposite energies that would attract, like, or whatever it is. And it's like, but then maybe it was like, if say you're the feminine and you were, I don't know, maybe like overboard with your feminine energy. Quinn, can you please? Or Quinny, honey, please, honey. Or maybe like being more in your masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it caused some sort of energetic imbalance. So I would look into that, because maybe like that's what kind of caused like this depolarization. I'm not saying like you caused it, but just look at what energetically caused it, so you can kind of try to like sink into like a more like productive, like healthier energy. Look at this cat. They can't leave anything alone. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like your person is coming into a more healthy energy, like regarding this connection. They're seeing it differently. They want to see it differently. Like he or she, but like he, this guy in the card, like put himself upside down. You know, he like did a headstand. So like it's not like he was forced to or he's stuck there. Like he kind of chose to do that and is trying to like see things from another perspective. And I think that's cool. But yeah, there was definitely some serious blocks, I think, that went on for like a long time in the past year. But let's get some messages. Sorry, I want to keep things short today. Oh, also I had a song for you. I always forget about the freaking songs. I shuffled it right before, and it was Elastic Heart by Sia, which is funny because I had a Sia song come through yesterday in my reading. But I'm not even necessarily getting the traditional sense of that song, like the lyrics and like the meaning of that song. I feel like more just like the elastic heart. And I feel like, again, like something about the way they feel for you is like stretching out their heart and just, I don't know, they're like trying to find room, or it's just like there's an expansion of their heart right now, which is kind of cool. So let's see, what would pile one's person want to say to pile one if they could right now? What would they want to communicate and convey and articulate to pile one? Oh, what should I do? Maybe I should do it like this. What would, yeah, it's easier like that. Ooh. That's, well, I can't wait to kiss you again, so, like, take that if you want, but that's, like, obviously way too many. What would pile one want to say? Pile one's person want to say to pile one? I feel like to take those. How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? Like, again, they're, like, suspicious. Like, maybe they, like, feel these deep feelings for you that just, like, aren't going away, and they're like, this isn't, oh, look, I'm awakening to the energetic bond between us. That's interesting. So that's, like, twice kind of like coming through, and again, like pink for the heart chakra. I know I need to grow up. So that could be a thing. I mean, yeah, if they're kind of like being, not like grow up, but maybe just grow, like with the elastic heart, you know, like, because, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like they need to do anything except what they want to do. And you seem like a kind of like expansive-minded person too, so you probably don't want them to do anything they don't want to do either. I feel you pushing me away, but then again, energetically it's probably pulling them in now or something like that, which is just how energy kind of works with this polarity thing that we're talking about. Meeting you changed me in so many ways. I feel like you hate me. I saw that. Let's just get 2 more, please. How is pile 1's person? What do they want to say to pile 1? Oh. Yeah, I'm scared. I mean, you think? I can't. Like, we know, buddy. It's redundant at this point. I can't. All right, I'll just get 2 more. Oh, okay, that fell on the floor. But it says, I feel such a real connection to you. Yeah, they're really feeling, like with the energy. I don't know, like there's something. And meaning you changed me in so many ways. We already saw that one too. Oh, look, I realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness. Like something like that. That's what I hope, I don't know if that was like coming through with what I was saying, but with that polarity thing where it's like, they're like fighting against you, but then they're like, wait, but I'm fighting against me. And I think that's something that they're realizing now, which is, I feel like a lesson we all learn in life, like that kind of like the things we project onto people are really like our own issues. And, you know, maybe that's just something they're realizing. And if you need a good romantic comedy to watch, I don't even know if it's a comedy. Yeah, it's funny. Simply Irresistible. Sarah Michelle Gellar, my boo. It's corny, but if you can ignore the magic crab, like you could be in for a good movie. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. And if you liked it, you can hit that like button, subscribe, comment, whatever, and just let me know if it resonated, okay? Oh my god, the cat just like ruined this. Quinn. All right, thank you guys, bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 2, card 2, this card, this is gonna be your reading. So this card, interesting. I feel like you could be in separation from your person just because I know that they're like together, but I feel like it's more like energetic with this. This seems like a soul connection with the yin and yang thing coming through. Obviously yin and yang, you think of balance. I think this is the balance card with the yin and yang, but I'm more so getting like the separation between you, but like also the energetic connection between you. So let's see what it says. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Kind of for how they're seeing you. I have some pre-shuffled cards, by the way, and then I'm going to get messages at the end. Oh, your song, before I forget, what the heck was it? Worthy by Jeremiah and Janae Aiko. So we'll get into that. So this is kind of like, this is really the only card. I just kind of wanted to say, like, how are they seeing you and how it's like influencing, like, how they're feeling about you. Then we have, then the rest are kind of just feelings, but that's like the only one I really made a specific intention for. But hope says stay positive, the worst is behind you, look up to the light. This also said represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And we have soulmates. That's cute. Oh my god. And sorry, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Princess of Cups. Okay. How is your person feeling about you, pile 2? Balance. I feel like, well, first of all, balance, hope, soulmate. I mean, they're in like a good place about this. But like I was saying, I don't feel like you're really together right now, obviously, or you probably wouldn't be like watching a reading like this, but I don't know, maybe you would. Love is not always agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That coming through with this guide card is making me think that there have been difficulties in this connection, especially with this yin and yang thing, because I was just in the last reading talking about polarity, and that's making me think like that there's always like a good and bad side to everything. So I feel as though like, and even this, the worst is behind you, it says. So I feel like your person is viewing this connection as like something that has taught them so much about themselves. They're seeing you as like the catalyst for like, or like the spark with this flame here, like this candle, and then this Ace of Wands being here. It's like that fire energy. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to start talking about a million things, like, but okay. So when the both supports and challenges, the worst is behind you. I feel like this relationship or situationship or lack thereof of a relationship has been something that has really taught this person a lot. Like, I feel like I'm also hearing a song, Coming Out of the Dark by Gloria Estefan, where it's like, it may not make it easier, but I have felt you near all the way, coming out of the dark. I see the light now. It's just like this card, I'm really getting that. Look up to the light. It's like, I finally see the light now and it's shining on me kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like, again, this is like a spiritual connection, especially with the soulmates card coming up. And I feel like your person has been able to like energetically feel you, or just had some sort of like knowing about this connection or felt guided towards it. Especially there's like a little face here like looking down, and this looks very like ethereal, like they're in heaven or like in the clouds or something. So it's like almost like they've always known, they've just felt very strongly that like you were their soulmate from like the get-go. I want to say, like, I feel like you sparked something in them that they maybe haven't felt before, like, or in a really long time, like something real. Like they felt something real with you that they don't usually feel for anybody. I feel like they're maybe the kind of person that usually just like settles or something. Like they've kind of given up hope. Yeah, hope. They've kind of given up hope for themselves that they're even going, like there's even anybody that could be like the soulmate for them. But then I think that you reignited that spark and made them believe it. But then I don't think it went the way that they thought. And I think they were not in a hopeful energy for a while. I think this hope coming through is significant. Also, this unicorn looks kind of old to me, like old and wise. And I feel like this is your person, like they maybe are a super wise person. I feel like this connection was very triggering and it caused them to look inside themselves the way he's looking at this sword. It's like they're examining their mental patterns. That's the way I'm coming in themselves, but just like their own mental patterns. That's the main thing that needed to be like taken a look at. And the way that this gentleman here is like wearing all this armor, and in this next one she still has clothes on, but like I'm seeing this as like her heart and it's like exposed. It's almost like throughout the course of this connection they've learned how to like be vulnerable and like be like okay with how they feel without feeling shame about it or something like that. Also, this penguin has like a key, and then she has like a lock where her heart is. And I feel as though like your person recognizes that like you're the only person that could have helped them to like shed this armor and to like change in this way. Like that really could have like, again with that polarity thing, I came through in the last pile, and I mean I feel like it kind of came through in this pile with that yin and yang, but it's like your person recognizing that like yes, the worst is behind you. Like maybe the pain that they felt was so intense, but it's only because like the love was so intense, and like you're the only person that could like spark this in them, that could, even with this, it's reminding me of like kundalini energy and like a spiritual awakening and stuff like that. And it's like that fire like starting, and then snaking up. And it's like, again, I don't feel like anyone else could have sparked this in them. Nobody else could have. And it's just like, it's uncanny because like I feel the most dominant emotion that they felt is pain, but it's like pain that has what's that stupid, what's that, it's not a stupid song, I just don't really like it, but it's like some things they just sting enough to move you along. Like it's, again, it's stung enough to like force you to like face some things about yourself and your own beliefs about yourself and your thought patterns. And now you're kind of like in a better place where you're like more vulnerable and comfortable with your emotions. Like this little, like it's like the Page of Cups energy, like you're like more open to love. I think you look very fondly. I'm doing it wrong. I'm saying it as if it's you, but it's about, okay, sorry, I'm like mixing it up. Your person is more open to love. They're looking on you fondly. I don't know how long I was just talking like that, so please forgive me, but just flip it, because I was trying to say your person like looked in the mirror and your person opened their heart, and your person is very wise and recognizes you as their soulmate, like a very strong soulmate, like a very like kind of like divine connection that has really like guided them through like the darkest time of their life, I want to say. um yeah. And there's something also about them, because the way that she's touching this, the hands are being kind of like highlighted to me. There's like an owl on her hand, there's the wand here, the sword, the cup, the key. I mean, a unicorn doesn't have hands, but if he did, I bet there'd be something in them, because to me that's like about taking action. Like it's almost like like taking the lessons you've learned, and now they're like putting them into action or something. Like they've integrated what they've learned and they're like moving forward. There's a very forward moving energy. I would listen to that song, Coming Out of the Dark. I feel like that's how they kind of like feel about you and their whole, this whole like awakening process that has been going on for them. So let's get some messages and see what they would say. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, and another part of that song, I know the love that saved me, something. So it's like, again, they like really are grateful. It's like what they're feeling for you right now is like gratitude. Ooh. I'm scared to 100% give into these feelings. But yeah, at the same time, of course they're scared, because like I said, I think the most dominant emotion that they've really felt in this was pain. So it's like, is it going to be more of the same? Like they're trying to stay positive with this hope, look up to the light, but it's a process, you know? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, look what's on the bottom of the deck. Sometimes the path to you is straightforward. Sometimes it's a complicated mess. It's like a process that they're trying to like navigate through. This is kind of a lot. I don't know. Should we take it? I guess. I never meant to hurt you. If they did, or maybe they were like, I realized you never meant to hurt me, or that I needed to be hurt. Like they're like understanding about the hurt. I feel like things are coming at me from all sides. I worry about your reaction if I did come back. I've dreamt about you. You get through to me when nobody else can. Oh my god, we got a lot. I'll never not forgive you. I'm so scared to face you. And it's so hard for me to think right now. I'm so confused. This is almost like reminding me of like when they were like in their darker phase. I feel like this is how, like, you were the only thing that could really get through to them. I think they were very confused at that time. Maybe having dreams about you and but feeling like, why is this person not like reciprocating? You know, I feel like it's so right. Why are like, and then I feel like things are coming at me from all sides. I feel like that was more of like when they were in this darker place. I feel like they spent a lot more time worrying about you, because it says I worry about your reaction. Like I feel like they weren't worried about the way they felt about things. They were only worried about like how you would view what they were doing. Like they were looking at things from your perspective instead of their own. And I feel like that's something they're learning how to do, is like balance both things, you know? Like they can consider other people, but at the end of the day, like they have to worry about themselves, like period. I'll never not forgive you. So there's a lot of like, I feel like they're also realizing again with this yin and yang, it's like, whereas maybe they feel like you hurt them, like they maybe realize they maybe hurt you or did some things that like upset you. And like they're apologizing and also forgiving at the same time. That's cute. But I think they would like want to see you again and stuff, but I think it's also something that's like scary to them to think about, like actually like having to see you. Like it would be like, oh my God, like, um, especially if like there was some kind of like effed up situation going on in the past. I think that it's just maybe they're like yes and no, they're going back and forth about it. So I worry about your reaction, like if I did come back, or maybe just if they saw you, because I don't feel like they were the ones that like well maybe, but I don't know if they were the ones to really kind of like end things between you, or even if they did, I feel like it's because they had no choice. So it's, I feel like more like I worry about your reaction. Like if I saw you, like how would it be? Like, would you even want to like see me? Like, I don't know. But then what's also the song you got, Worthy by Janae and Jeremiah? And like, that's like, I know you've been through it. I know you've been going through it. I know these other girls don't do it like I do it. Um, and then wait, what else is that song about? It's like, first of all, I used to think that song was like, baby, you worth it, but it's Worthy. But it's almost like, I don't know why I just thought of that, but like, I feel like they're saying like you were worth the pain or something like that. Like I'd go through it all. Now I'm hearing another, oh, Thank God I Found You by Mariah Carey. I'd go through it all over again to be able to feel this way. And even if you guys aren't together, I don't think it means it like that. I think it just means for them to have this like freedom of their soul and like recognize all these things about themselves. Like again, they're grateful to you. Um and you were worth it to them. Like you always have been, and I think you always will be. Like I feel as though they see you in a very high light, and just as their counterpart, that they understand enough about life and spiritual things, I feel like, because all this purple coming through tells me that they're very connected to their like spiritual guidance and things like that. And I feel as though, and they're just like a wise old soul, I can tell by this card. And I feel as though I don't even remember what I was just gonna say. It just like slipped my mind. They're very connected to their guidance. I was saying about the purple, but where was my thought process going before that? Oof. I don't know, just something about how, oh, like even if you're not meant to be together like in this life or something like that, and like they're not gonna like hate you. They don't, I just don't, I think they want you to know that they don't hate you or have any ill feelings towards you. They feel gratitude. That is the main message that I think they wanted me to articulate to you. So they're grateful to you. They say thank you. And so if you're worrying or anything like that, don't, because I feel like they've really, oh, there's like a hair there. I feel like they have like a more like higher minded perspective about the whole situation. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to move on to pile 3 now, but if you do have a sec to like subscribe, comment, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 3, card 3, and this card, this is going to be your reading. So how is your person feeling about you? First off, I'm seeing this rainbow. I feel as though your person and the nakedness of this person, I feel like they could be vulnerable with you. Like they feel safe, like as if they could open up to you and just be their authentic self. I don't feel like they feel like they can in the future. I feel like they already feel like they are their authentic self with you. Sorry. I was drinking seltzer. Yeah, like almost like this is reminding me of when you do like heart opening exercises in yoga, and it's like I feel like they want to like open their heart to you, or that it is open to you, and they feel this very like nice vibe with you, hopeful, light-filled vibe with you. Freedom, there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Anyway, how are they seeing you / feeling about you? Priest. Facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Oh, I'm not keeping this here. I'm keeping this here. And then we have gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. So again, I feel like they feel pretty vulnerable with you, like you're a kind person. They just feel, I don't feel like this is a pile in separation already just from these two, although you could be, but just because there's two people here, there's two people here, I feel like you interact with this person on a daily basis. Yin, oh, all right. Yin energy coming through, or how they're feeling about you. Number 2, which is a number of like partnerships and things like that. So, and we also have the Knight of Discs, Death, and the Four of Swords. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay, so also your song that I shuffled was Something Stupid by Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra. And just because that song came out, it's making me think this might be a work connection, only because like the only reason I know about that song is because they play it 100 times a day at my job. Like, and actually like I love that song, so like I don't really mind when I hear that one over and over again. But some other songs that, oh my god, it's like an Italian place, so it's like all these, it's like Frank Sinatra and then like Italian opera music. I don't even know what you would call it, but like, ugh, like god, when I'm working like a 12-hour shift and I have to hear friggin' Connie France's Al Di La, like I don't know if you've ever heard that song, and no offense if you like it, but oh my god, she's like la da da da, like it's just like stop, I want to smash my head into the wall. But anyway, that's not about this reading. But the song Something Stupid. So again, I feel like even with the words of that song where it's like they're interacting, how does it go? Something about, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. No, no, no. But it's like they're like out together or something, and like the person, like, well, they're really both singing a duet the entire song, but it's like, again, a duet. I don't know, I feel like there's something with that. I feel like you're both, this isn't like a reading about both of you, but I do feel like you're both kind of like on the same page where like you don't want to ruin things by like, especially if you're friends or you work together or something like that, like you don't want to say anything to like ruin this connection, because maybe you are friends. I feel like you're both like this kind of like kind energy, like the gentleness there's two, and like the priest there's two. So I also feel like your person is like a very kind of like a wise person. Like their third eye is being highlighted here right under this priest energy, and it's almost like they're looking at the world, like they've zoomed out to look at the picture as a whole, which isn't easy to do, but I feel like they're able to do that. They're a very wise person. And I think there's something about this with this freedom card, like it's almost like they feel like they're not free, like that something would have to change in order for them to like kind of make this a reality, like something drastic. Again, maybe if you just work together, there's like strict policies or something like that, and like you can't date. So it's like, what would happen? Would I have to quit my job? Like, would I have to, like, if they're in another relationship, like, or something like that? Or would it be like the death of their single life? Like, it would be like a big life change for them, you know? And they're kind of just like, I think they're the kind of person that like takes their time, like deliberating if they want to, like, but they're not an impulsive person. Let's just say that. Like, they're the Knight of Discs. Like, they're not, I don't know, who would be an impulsive energy in the tarot? I mean, the Emperor, but I don't really see the Emperor as an impulsive energy. Like, maybe the Knight of Wands or something would be like jump first, ask questions later kind of an energy. This isn't, oh yeah, the Knight, and now this is the Knight of Discs. This is like the opposite of that energy, in my opinion. Like, they're taking the time. If they're like battling with themselves, they're hearing out both sides. Like I said, they're looking at the picture as a whole. They're not being swayed in either direction. They're like focused on the whole picture. And I feel like they could be very invested in their own growth with this flower here. And the priest, I feel like they are a spiritual person. I don't feel like they're afraid of their feminine side if they are a masculine. And if they're a feminine, I feel like they're in a very healthy feminine energy. I feel like they have very balanced energy here, of masculine and feminine energy, especially with these two cards. And that's how they're seeing you as well. Like there's, I wouldn't say mirroring, but I feel like there's a lot of similarities between you two. I feel like you're very compatible. As of right now, their plan is really just to kind of like think everything through, process everything. And I feel like maybe there's something about dreams here too. Like maybe they've been dreaming about you, or their dreams are helping them process everything, like all this like scattery mental energy that they're feeling. Like they're able to kind of like process their emotions. Maybe they've been thinking really hard about this, but they like put the swords down at night and really like their feelings take over, this yin energy takes over, and they are just able to kind of like allow themselves, even if they're just like daydreaming about you before they fall asleep, like they kind of like let go of the battle between these two and just kind of like feel into it, and they feel this sweet energy. But again, there is some sort of fear about something having to change, and it's like they know it would be okay, but it's like they almost don't want to upset anybody or upset something. It's almost like they could feel a part of their life kind of fading away though. And I don't know. They're just kind of like trying to make sure before that happens that they've thought it through, I think is what I would say. All right, let's get you some messages. But I do think that they have a lot of respect for you. This isn't just like someone that wants to like sleep with you. I think this is someone that greatly respects you, and just for who you are. Like they feel like you're so authentic, and they can be authentic with you as well. Like you're two like-minded people, or spiritually minded people, I almost wanted to say. But let's see. What would pile three's person want to say to pile three? Oh. I feel that I'm being pulled in two directions. Yeah. Hello. Your energy is so refreshing. I think that's very true. They find your energy very like I was saying, they like sink into that feeling or something. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. And you're so effing sexy, and I feel so guilty. I feel like maybe they feel guilty for thinking that you're sexy or something, like it's disrespectful. It's kind of cute. Because I don't feel like they've really like, unless there is something that they've done that they feel guilty about, or unless like maybe like I was saying, if they're in another relationship and they're having feelings for you, maybe they feel guilty even if they haven't acted on them. Like, I shouldn't be having these feelings. Like, oh my God, I feel like they're like a really sweet person. I can feel your anger and pain. Ooh. And I want to kiss you more than I've ever wanted anything. I can feel your anger and pain. I feel like that's more so speaking of like your energy is so refreshing, like you just kind of put it all out there, and I feel like they appreciate people like that. They don't really like fake like people that just kind of like put on a front and a good show. Like it's like they'd rather feel anger and pain and like authenticity than like fake pleasantness, like if that makes sense. Stepford kind of thing. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Please don't take it personal that my guard is up. It's the only way I know how to be. And I'm starting to understand you. And again, I don't necessarily feel like there's anything really to fix. Although maybe there is, like for some of you. So it's a general reading. I don't want to, you know, tell you what's going on in your own connection. And you're like, yes, it is actually. But by fix it, it's like, maybe they want to like lower their guard more and actually like move forward. But like I was saying with the Four of Swords, and even ferocity sometimes to make it mean like passion, and maybe like they're kind of like afraid of like that they, you know, before they're ready, if they acted too soon, they would just get caught up in your energy and just kind of like, because they're really attracted to you and they really like you like on the inside too. Like it's like you're the whole package. And I feel like they are scared like the passion is what scares them, not like ferocity. Like they feel like you'd be mean because they're seeing you as a gentle person. That's why I'm saying that. Like you're coming through, the way they're feeling about you is very gentle and sweet. Like, and I feel like just their own passion is what's so like overwhelming, and they feel like they might not be able to stop themselves. So they want to like, please don't take it personal. I'm just starting to understand you. So like before I do fully, like I just want to make sure this is the right thing before I jump in and hurt anybody. And I really feel like that's genuine, and this is a really sweet little person. So I think we're going to leave it there, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will catch you in the next one. If you like it, please like it. I feel I have to come up with a new phrase. If you enjoyed this reading, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and comment. Let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And don't forget your song, Something Stupid, Frank and Nancy Sinatra. That's such a cute song. I love it. All right, bye.